What you're looking at right here is a belt tension gauge. You see the 10? Well, that's your 10 foot-pounds of force. So when this turns upside down and you push up, you take the little rubber O-ring and you shove it up to the top where the yellow ring is at. And then when you apply this pressure, that O-ring will match up with the 10. That's how you will know you have achieved 10 foot-pounds of pressure. Now, let me move this down, and you can see that that goes on the bottom of the belt. So when you push up, all you're doing is taking the plunger and pushing the plunger up. Okay? Now, let's continue on down to the bike, and let's show you what some belt tension's like. Okay, now you're down here on the bike. Depending upon what you're reading, the service manual says with the wheel on the ground and no rider on the bike. If you read your owner's manual says rear wheel on the ground and one rider on the bike. So what we're going to do is we'll take a difference, and you'll see what the difference is with the measurements. I'm going to place the tool up here on the belt. Now, as you can see, I'm about 1/8 of an inch above 8 inches right here with no rider on the bike. Craig is just holding the bike up, and I've got my O-ring set, and I'll let you know when I get to 10 pounds of force, and then you can actually measure how many 8s I have. So as we're going up, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3, and when I just get past 3/8 of an inch, I reach to 10 foot-pounds of force. So if we can scan down here toward the bottom of the gauge, you can see right there I'm at 10 foot-pounds of force. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back this off. Okay, now I'm going to take my O-ring, push my O-ring back up, ask Craig to have a seat on the bike. Now as you can see, when he sits down on the bike, how much more we just lost. Okay, we lost a whole 1/4 of an inch when he sat down. So now when he sat down, I'm going to put this back, my gauge back on, my O-ring is set, and I'm going to push this up. Actually, it looks like we lost 1/8 of an inch. So let's go on up. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and about a 1/16. Let me back this off. Let's try this again. So I can see the 10. Craig, sit down on her, buddy. There we go. Let's get her everything all relaxed. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and just a little over 1/8. If we can come down here, you'll see that I got it right on the 10. Right there she is. Okay, so now I'll back off. So as you can see with the belt tensioning tool and with my little square here, where the belt should be taut, the difference between a rider with Craig's weight versus my weight, he might weigh 20-30 pounds on me, that it's a 1/16 of an inch. So if you go with no rider and you set it for 3/8 of an inch, I think you'd be pretty much good to go. But the book calls for 3/8 to 5/16 of an inch of slack in there at 10 foot-pounds of force. All right, there you go.